Hey there, I'm Emma. Welcome back to the studio for another Cities of Sigmar painting session. This is the second episode dedicated to the Alchemite Warforger. In the previous video, we carefully assembled the model and crafted its base with green stuff. Today we embark on the exciting journey of bringing our Battlemage to life by painting it in the vibrant colors of Hammerhal Aqsha. We'll use the object source lighting effects to emphasize the magical essence of the crucible. Additionally, we'll uncover mysterious details about Chaman, the realm from which our Warforger draws his arcane energy. Feel free to share your thoughts and ideas as we embark on this artistic adventure together. Let's dive in. We're taking a step-by-step approach to painting this model in 3 separate pieces before assembling them at the end, once everything is painted. This method will allow us to easily reach every area of the apron without having the other components in the way. We'll leave the contact points unpainted to ensure effective adhesion when it's time for the final assembly. We've already prepped everything with a smooth black primer, laying the groundwork for some warm colors. Throughout the video, we'll walk you through each paint color we'll be using so you can follow along easily. And if you're curious about how we assembled this model, check out the link in the video description for more details. While we enjoy this creative journey together, let me tell you more about the character we're working on. In the tumultuous expanse of the mortal realms, where the echoes of ancient conflicts reverberate and the very essence of existence is shaped by the clash of civilizations, a select few rise to prominence among the chaos. These individuals, known as Battlemages, are a mysterious and revered cadre of warriors and mystics whose mastery of the arcane arts sets them apart as formidable catalysts of change in the Age of Sigmar. Among the illustrious ranks of Battlemages, one group stands out for their unparalleled prowess and unwavering dedication to the cause of order, the Alchemite Warforgers. Born amidst the crucible of conflict, their spirits tempered by the relentless onslaught of chaos, these mages harness the elemental fury to wield devastating spells and dictate the flow of battle with unmatched skill and precision. At the core of their power lies a profound connection to the realm of metal, known as Chaman, where the very essence of metal flows like molten rivers and the air crackles with the potent energy of arcane enchantments. It is from this realm of shimmering landscapes, sculpted by the raw forces of metallic elements, that the Alchemite Warforgers draw their strength and forge their destiny. Physically imposing and possessing the demeanor of seasoned artisans, the Alchemite Warforgers command the raw energies of Chaman with unparalleled finesse. Through the use of glowing rune cubes delicately plucked from their crucibles, they channel the potent magical forces of the realm, reshaping not only metal but the very fabric of reality itself with their spells. In the heat of battle, the Alchemite Warforgers emerge as formidable adversaries, wielding spells of devastating power to crush enemy ranks, bolster allies, or manipulate the battlefield to their advantage. Their mastery of magic transcends mere incantations, allowing them to imbue weapons with mystical properties, reinforce armor with protective wards, and carry artifacts of wondrous power to the battlefield. Yet, despite the myriad perils that lie ahead, the Alchemite Warforgers remain undeterred, their determination unyielding and their commitment unwavering. As guardians of the mortal realms, they stand as stalwart defenders of order against the encroaching forces of chaos, their legacy destined to endure long after the echoes of battle have faded into memory. Let me tell you the story of Ardent Iron Soul. In the heart of the mortal realms, amidst the sprawling city of Hammerhal Aqsha, a sense of unease hung heavy in the air. Whispers of an impending threat, of shadows stirring beneath the earth, spread like wildfire through the city's streets. And so it was that Ardent Iron Soul, an Alchemite Warforger of legendary renown, found himself at the forefront of a desperate struggle to defend the city against an insidious foe. Armed with the mighty Sigmarite warhammer, A relic fashioned in the likeness of Gallagher itself, Arden stood as a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. Etched with powerful runes and imbued with the blessings of Sigmar, the masterwork weapon pulsed with latent energy, eager to be unleashed upon the enemies of order. As the Skaven hordes erupted from hidden tunnels beneath the city, their chittering horde swarming forth like a tide of vermin, Arden knew that the time for action had come. With a defiant roar, he raised his warhammer high, rallying the defenders of Hammerhal Aqsha to stand firm against the oncoming onslaught. But it was not strength of arms alone that would turn the tide of battle on this fateful day. With a whispered incantation and a surge of arcane power, Arden called upon the twin-tailed comet spell, invoking the blazing symbol of Sigmar to streak across the sky. As the celestial spectacle unfolded above, the hearts of the Sigmarite faithful swelled with renewed fervor, emboldened by the divine presence of their god. As the comet finished its course, it crashed into the ranks of the Skaven with a thunderous impact. The ground shook beneath their feet as shards of celestial energy rained down upon them, wreaking havoc and devastation. One enemy unit, caught in the path of the comet's wrath, suffered mortal wounds that decimated its ranks, leaving chaos and destruction in its wake. Yet even as the comet blazed overhead and the Skaven reeled from its impact, they pressed their assault with relentless fury. It was then that Arden unleashed the full extent of his magical prowess, casting the blazing weapon spell upon two nearby Free Guild Steelhelm's units. With a surge of elemental fire, their weapons ignited with righteous fury, their strikes cleaving through Ratmen ranks with unstoppable force. But the battle was far from won. As the Skaven surged ever closer to breaching the city's defenses, Arden knew that victory hung in the balance. With a defiant cry, he charged headlong into the fray, his warhammer crashing down with devastating force upon the enemy's lines. In the end, it was the combined efforts of Arden and his allies that turned the tide of battle. With each swing of his warhammer and every incantation of his spells, the Alchemite Warforger carved a path of destruction through the Skaven ranks, driving them back into the depths from whence they came. And so, as the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded, Hammerhal Aqsha stood triumphant once more. And at the heart of it all stood Arden Iron Soul, a hero of legend, his warhammer aloft and his spirit unbroken, ready to face whatever challenges the mortal realms might throw his way. We'll now continue painting the model using layering and non-metallic metal techniques, while enjoying ambient music. We need to complete this step before applying the OSL. It's time to explore object source lighting, or OSL, as we often refer to this technique in miniature painting. There are several different approaches to painting OSL. Colors can be applied using the layering technique. This method involves gradually building up layers of translucent paint to create the illusion of light. Starting with a base color, we progressively add lighter colors or glazes toward the light source, creating a smooth transition from light to dark. Glazing involves thinning down paint with a medium or water to create translucent layers. By applying successive glazes of increasingly lighter colors toward the light source, we can achieve subtle OSL effects with smooth transitions. To expedite the process, white paint can be applied directly to the areas surrounding the light source. In our example, we'll use a mix of the three techniques we just described to gradually create the illusion of light. First, we must grasp the concept of the light source. We need to identify where the light originates from within the scene, be it a flickering torch, a mystical spell, or, in our case, the glowing runes, rune cube, and molten metal heat emanating from the crucible. Once we've pinpointed the light source, our task is to envision how it interacts with the miniature. We carefully consider angles and distances to determine where the light falls and how it illuminates our model. With the placement determined, we set out to highlight the areas closest to the light source. These portions of the miniature become the brightest, often painted with lighter colors or even pure white to convey intense illumination. But light doesn't simply stop at its source. It diffuses and fades as it moves away. We must master the art of transition, blending colors gradually to create a natural gradient from light to dark. Mastering OSL requires practice and experimentation. We study real-life lighting scenarios, honing our skills by practicing different techniques. Over time, we can integrate advanced concepts like the impact of light on surrounding surfaces. Nearby objects may catch some of the light, reflecting it and creating secondary sources of illumination. Consideration of color temperature is also crucial. Different light sources emit light of varying hues, warm from firelight, cool from moonlight. We select paint colors accordingly to convey the appropriate atmosphere. Here are brief descriptions of some of the other techniques that can be used to create OSL effects on miniature models. With dry brushing, we take a small amount of paint on a dry brush and lightly apply highlights to raised areas of the miniature. This technique can effectively simulate OSL by selectively applying brighter colors near the light source. Airbrushing offers us smooth, blended transitions of color, making it ideal for creating OSL effects. Masks or stencils can also be used to control the direction and intensity of the light, achieving realistic results. Wet blending involves blending wet layers of paint directly on the miniature to achieve smooth transitions between colors. This technique demands careful control of paint consistency and brushwork, but can yield realistic OSL effects with soft gradients. Sometimes we may physically place small objects, such as tiny LED lights or reflective materials, within the miniature to simulate light sources. This approach adds an extra dimension of realism to OSL effects. Edge highlighting is another technique that can be utilized, painting thin lines or dots of lighter color along the edges of raised surfaces to create the illusion of light hitting those areas. While primarily used for highlighting, this technique can also be incorporated into OSL to enhance the effect. By experimenting with these various techniques, We can bring our miniature models to life with captivating OSL effects, adding depth and drama to our painting projects. We hope you've been enjoying the video thus far. If you have, a like would be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Our path to reaching 1,000 subscribers is still underway, and your consistent support is the foundation of our journey. It motivates us and strengthens our creative drive. Thank you for being an essential part of our community. Feel free to share your thoughts on the video and our approach to OSL in the comments section. Your feedback is highly appreciated as we continuously work to improve each new episode. Explore Fenris Workshop for premium painting tools and materials. Link and more details in the video description. Now that our Alchemite Warforger is fully painted, he's ready to join the ranks alongside the Marshal and the Free Guild Steelhelms in our army. In our next installment of the Cities of Sigmar series, we'll be assembling and basing some, if not all, of the Free Guild Cavaliers. These models have so many details and assembly options, we will do our best to give them a distinctive appearance, different from that shown in the instruction booklet. Thanks for joining us today. And as always, keep on painting and take care.